This is a message to all my supporters of this podcast. I'm introducing a new supporters program. You can contribute a small amount as a one-off payment to show your love for this podcast. Thank you in advance for all your contributions. I just wanted to let you know before we start the podcast that I am doing an online podcast course, how to be able to create, get your guests, scale it and monetize it. So please do go to abmpodcastcourse.co.uk and go into the contact us bit. I'm looking for new people to be able to be a podcast creator and really to be able to develop their skills and knowledge into a podcast. So as I said, go to abmpodcastcourse.co.uk and sign up. Thanks. This is the Absolute Business Mindset podcast. This podcast will give you insights into business. I will share my thoughts, ideas from content leaders and experiences from my life. This podcast will educate you on business, and I hope you'll have a few aha moments on this journey. Today, I'm going to talk about legacy. So one of the questions that I now ask on my podcast is about legacy. So I wanted to share with you what I thought what legacy was. So legacy for me is initially being able to be remembered by friends, family members and colleagues. You live on after death with legacy when people still remember you. And I've been through bereavement, which I've talked about before. Check out earlier podcasts if you want to hear about my experiences with bereavement. And for me, it's incredibly important that I remember these people and even talk about these people. So my mum, my dad, my brother, my grandfather, my grandmother. And so that for me is legacy. And I heard somewhere that when you die and you are not remembered anymore is when the light goes out on your life. And I think that is true. It's not the easiest thing to accept, but equally it's true. The other thing that I would like in legacy is that, so my properties, when I die, when I set up a will, I will give those properties to my children. And they will have the benefits of running that property and be able to hopefully secure whether it's an extra revenue stream or it's a business they decide to take up. That for me is legacy. So giving something to my children that exists and after I die, and they are able to maintain it or sell it or whatever they would want to do with that. So there's a financial element, I suppose, is what I'm trying to say. The other thing is I would like to have a big enough impact on the world to be able to have an impact after I die. Whether that's one of my businesses or my podcast exists, carries on after I die, I would really feel that would be a huge success story if, for example, someone picked up my podcast after I passed away or followed on my coaching methodology after I passed away, or as I say about properties, have the properties available for people after I die. So I would like to have that impact on people that they would feel that they would want to continue on the work that I've done. Now, I'm quite early on this entrepreneurial life and business, developing businesses, so I've still got hopefully many, many years to continue to build the business for my family, for my children, and for people that want to follow my work. So that for me is what legacy is. It's really interesting to hear what legacy means to people on my podcast. I really enjoyed adding that to the set of last questions at the end, so do check them out if you're interested to hear what other people view legacy for themselves. So that's it. Thank you very much for your time. Thank you for all the listeners, the downloaders, the subscribers. I really appreciate it. that you're doing this, you're contributing and being part of this podcast. Please, can you tell one of your friends, family, or colleagues about this podcast, and we can get the message out further. Thanks, guys. I appreciate your time. Cheers. Bye.
As a small business owner, you're always running to a meeting, running errands, running out of time. Now, one thing you don't have to worry about is running payroll. Meet Roll by ADP, a first-of-its-kind chat-based payroll app that's powered by AI. Roll is the faster, easier, smarter payroll app, so don't overthink it and say hello to a whole new way to payroll. Download the Roll by ADP app today or go to getroll.com/chat. That's GETROLL.com/CHAT.